Little update here.
We've had a lot of different projects going on over the past couple months, and we've kind of feel like we're going 10 different directions all at one time.
Everybody's working so hard. We're trying to get things here in Florida sold or ready to sell. We're trying to get Montana built up and ready to go. Every time I want to haul something to Montana, I don't have any place to put it. I mean, we bought all this stuff, but we're not ready. I got to figure some stuff out. My life is a complete shambles right now. I'm not moving forward on anything, and I've got 9,000 things that need to be addressed. And I keep bumping my head up against this thing called COVID, I guess you could say. The aftermath of what's going on. Today, I mean, I've moved from wood to steel studs partially because of price, and now I can't get metal studs anymore. And we don't know how we're doing on steel. We don't know what we're doing about plywood. I'm fixing to hire people who'll open up the branch in Montana to build Brewsters, and I can't get trailers, and I can't get this, and everything is just like up in the air. So I want to have a meeting to organize this and come up with a definitive plan. We have to break this down into what is going to happen.
So we sat down, put together a plan of what is a must, what we want versus what's possibility versus probably not going to happen.
Beginning of the year, when we decided to do the whole Montana thing this year, we were really planning on me being up there most of the year and trying to get that built out, and so that we could be moving up there literally by the end of the year. Some of that stuff is going to be moved a little bit. We are moving forward, but just a little bit slower. The cost of materials, the availability of materials is absolutely gone nuts. I mean, you're telling me that from the brief research that you did, that we're like paying 40 and 50% more for materials than we paid last build.
For siding, for sure, yeah.
Steel is gone up how much?
3 times.
So now we're starting to really focus on those few things that are really a must for us.
We've decided to put most of that focus into building the franchise out and getting the Brewsters built.
We have to get 10 Brewsters up and running in order for us to keep growing at the rate we want to grow.
We have a pretty lofty goal there. That's lofty for many reasons. It's not lofty just because getting 10 in that time period is a challenge. It's also that we're building up the facilities to produce those 10 so that we can produce them faster. So not only will we have 10 by the end of the year, but I want to be in a position that if I really wanted to, I could have 50 to 100 by the end of the following year. A lot of that's going to be determined by how quickly we sell franchises. I would like the franchise created by September, and I'd like that under hell or high water. We need to get that rolling like right now. There's processes that have to be followed and things that have to be done. That's hell or high water. That means we're getting that done, and it's very important that we get that done. There's a big show coming up down here in September. We want to be a part of it, and for that to happen, we have to be a franchise. So we need to get off our ass on that. We're fixing to head to Montana again.
We have to get the roof replaced on the building in Montana. We can't have that keep leaking and causing more damage.
And if we have time, we'll probably dig into a few other things. I'd like to just make some things safer. We got people in that building. There's electrical panels that need some attention. I don't want to replace them because I'm going to replace them. So what I mean is I don't want to take the panels out and put new ones in with the wiring that's there, because I'm planning on gutting it and ripping all the wiring out and putting new wiring in. But we are going up there to work on the roof.
One of the projects we're working on currently is going to be the ice house, as we're calling it, for the deli. As many of you people know, we've had that for about a little over a year now, and we've grown quite a bit since we moved in there, and it's just not set up for cooler space for as much product as we need to store. And so Stephanie is one of my managing partners over there, and she keeps complaining because they don't have room to store anything in the freezer and the refrigerator. So I will let her tell you more about that.
I needed the ice house because Dad kept yelling at me because we'd run out of supplies and I had nowhere to put them. So I told him I needed a shed. And so he's calling it an ice house. I call it a shed.
Well, it was one of those projects again that went from plan A to plan B.
Yeah, it went from, okay, well, how much does it cost to buy one? And then, oh, well, that's a lot of money. And we're like, well, that's only a freezer then. And they're like, well, then that's only that. And they're like, I'm like, I want one of each. And he was like, well, you can't do that. And so then he looks into building one. And then he's like, well, if I'm building it for that much money to build a whole ice house, might as well just build like a shed to hold fridges and freezers.
When she says ice house, she means walk-in cooler.
Yeah, not a place just to hold ice. I mean, we need that too because we're going through ice like crazy. But
Yeah, so that was one of our main priorities on the shifting gears plan. We had to get a place to store more food and give them some more breathing room within the deli because it is getting very full in there, so it gives us some dry storage as well.
The ice house that we built for the deli, that'll be done this week. That's kind of my own personal hell or high water. I just want it out of my shop so that my guys can focus on Brewster while I'm gone. So we're gonna burn some midnight oil. They're working on it during the day, we'll work on it at night, and we'll be getting that up there this weekend.
We also have to renovate a little bit downstairs to make more room for the commissary products. So same thing, we're running out of cooler and freezer space. So we're remodeling some rooms down there.
One of the big things that it's on the list, I guess, but it got moved over to want. I'm sure we've talked about it in other videos. It was a big part of the move we tried to do before our first Montana trip, was to get out of the back building because we pretty much had it sold. Some things went a little twisty there, and I got tired of the dance, and so I just decided to keep it for now. Again, things are going so crazy here, so the idea of me building something to work in or to store some stuff in is out of the question. When we started ordering materials for Brewster, we made the decision to buy a lot and stock up so that we can hit our plan for these 10. So we're very committed to that plan, and to make that happen, I had to have room to store stuff. So we decided just to keep the building, see what happens with prices, and we want to get this video channel rocking. Hell or high water, we need to get our YouTube channel to take off. And a big part of that to me is, I've been harping about this from the beginning, but I'm really been harping about it for the last couple months, is from a production perspective. Every video that goes up, a producer needs to sign off on it. Nico has never told us he was a producer. He never came and wanted the job as a producer. He never, and correct me if I'm wrong anywhere here, and you're willing to work with whoever, edit whatever, to get it to exactly the way that we want it. You're not like, I want it. So he's just sitting back there, he's like, I don't know what you wanted me to say. This is what you guys did. I took videos of it and I put videos up. What do you want? You didn't do anything else. What do you want? We have to change that. And I've talked a lot about how I want to see that change. And I honestly think Quentin's probably one of the more vocal people in the family about it. Next to me, he about it more than anybody. But he's just not thrilled with how the channel's turning out. Mm-hmm. So I want to see the change immediately. I want to see content going up. I want us to love every piece that goes up, and I want to see a strategy coming behind it. Quentin is now our new producer. And so if you don't like the videos or what the content is on the videos, everybody needs to know it's Quentin's job. It's kind of a management style that I use. I've done it with my wife a couple times. Gotta be honest, it's never worked out. When people in my life come and complain to me about what it is that we're doing, I like to just say, well, you know what, you're right, it does suck. Why don't you fix that? So Quentin made the mistake of giving me his opinion of how our video content was looking. So now he's in charge of it. So give him an attaboy or whatever you want, but if you don't like this video right here, it's his fault.
In other news, we wanted to introduce some more team members. Casey is my general manager, and she has been a part of the team for a few months now, and she's doing a really good job fighting the battles, really managing the team at the deli and over top of the Brewster crew.
My name's Casey. I'm the GM of BW Blacksmith Deli and Grill. So day to day, a general manager pretty much does everything. I mean, from staffing to ensuring that not only are they staffed, but they're staffed properly, that you're running the right amount of labor compared to sales, bills, getting things repaired, orders. Pretty much it entails everything that's in a restaurant. I just see myself growing with the company. I've loved the company since day one. I feel like it's a family, and I plan on growing with the company. I know there's big dreams within it, and I just intend to continue to grow. I enjoy working with people. I enjoy educating them. I have a degree in education. Not everybody learns the same, so I like finding the other ways that somebody may learn the same thing. I have no problem with Shane. I mean, I'm sure there'll be one day he yells at me, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm not looking forward to it either. I like the sweet cream. I like to add a little more coffee because I got to keep going, but the sweet cream's my thing.
And then Delaney, she is my manager for my Brewster here out on 47. So she oversees all things operations, make sure the teams are working well and taking good care of the customers.
I am Delaney Thomas. I run the BW Brewster. I enjoy the drinks, I enjoy how they taste, I enjoy making people happy with them. I enjoy it. Down the line if owning a Brewster, but that's possible. Corporate, just being in the BW family for sure. I think Shane likes to think he's intimidating, but I think he's really, really soft in there. I think he loves us more than he'll say he does. My favorite drink is probably the Cherry Blossom 5G. It's a limeade and it can be made with energy or without.
So it's really fun to have them a part of the team. We're excited to grow and expand, and I know they're excited to work their way up the corporate ladder as well. So you'll be seeing a lot more of them in the videos to come.
The new hires that we currently have, there's 3 main ones to talk about. We got Josh, who's working with Quentin.
I'm Josh Thomas. I'm from Lake City, Florida, born and raised. I'm do maintenance and deliveries for Speedy Equipment. Seems like a cool guy. He's got a lot of hopes and dreams that he likes to pursue. Coffee-wise, I get a sweet cream with chocolate and caramel. And then drink-wise, I like that new drink Laney made, the cherry limeades. Those are good. I get a strawberry cherry limeade.
Got Jesse, who is a good fabricator and a good welder, and so far I'm really happy with what he's got going there. He's doing a good job. I think he's going to video well. He's just crazy enough. I think he's going to fit right into the channel.
My name's Jesse Cadrain, 26, from Fort White. I'm a welder. I like to blow stuff up. Holy shit. Straight out of high school, I went into the Marine Corps, did 4 years as a mortarman. Left there, went straight to being an explosives technician, and did that for 4 years, working all around the state. How did I get into welding? So back in high school, I applied to be a dual enrollment student so I could go to college, and I didn't quite have the grade average for it, so I had to take an elective, and I chose welding as my elective at the college. And kind of just picked it up, liked it, started doing it, and actually started my college before I left for the Marine Corps. And as soon as I came back, I finished out my college while I was working for the explosives company, doing all my welding. What do I think about what I do? I think it's actually kind of cool because I've never seen a hydraulic trailer or a trailer with axle-less suspension. So to get to build one, kind of a cool experience. Maybe it'd be kind of cool to grow to a lead position, and after this place grows a good bit, actually run a crew. It's an interesting character. He seems like he wants to play the but he strikes me as actually a nice guy for the most part. I recommend the Hawaii 5-0 for the energy drink.
And then I got Alan, who's a little older. He's up there, probably around my age. I don't know exactly where he's at, maybe a little older than me. With that comes a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience, and he pretty much has been able to step up on everything else that I've given him. So even stuff he's never done before, he handles it with enough patience and enough common sense that I feel pretty confident that he's going to be a pretty good fill-in for me when I'm not here. 2 really good hires there for me, and I think Quentin's equally as happy. We're still looking for another guy that can kind of float between Quentin and I. Quentin's having a little trouble finding that person. He's looking for some unique attributes. But yeah, like I say, there's a ton going on. I mean, everything I just explained to you guys is all in a matter of like 3 weeks. So you got that. I guess that's the part that people just don't realize is how much is going on around here. And we're trying really hard to document that in a way that's entertaining and cool. But it's getting harder, and we just gotta work harder. That's all there is to it. On all of it, including the channel. The channel is literally something that is on our list of stuff to achieve and to do better. And we know that. Some of the stuff we do, people are just not that interested in. We're doing cool stuff. We show you cool results, but I don't know. Talk to Quentin.
So we're focusing on that, focusing on the roof, of course, focusing on building more Brewsters. Good job, Waki.